4, 7, 3, 2, 2, 9.
Oh, I see a hand up.
Hey, come on! This is a huge prize. Come on, everybody, give it up.
That's the Huntstock Legends.
4, 7, 3, 2, 2, 9. Hang on a second. It checks out, and he says he's losing his mind. What does this mean to you?
This is everything. I've been looking to find someone to teach me how to get ahead and try to find those big bucks, and now here we are. This is amazing.
Deer camp isn't just about the hunt. It's about the people, the stories, and the traditions that make every season unforgettable. We arrived at camp, an Airbnb in Massachusetts that'll be our home for the next few days. Part of this story is the camaraderie at camp, a group gathered together, making memories, sharing laughs, and enjoying the good times that come with fellow hunters. Hunting isn't just about what happens in the woods. It's the anticipation that hangs in every corner, the shared moments, and the people who make them unforgettable. It's the wisdom passed from one hunter to the next, and the memories made that stay with us long after we leave.
There's like a clear-cut, open hardwoods here, clear-cut up top on the hill, and a bunch of spruce. And I just stepped out of the spruce. When I stepped out of the spruce, I looked at this track, and this track turned left like that. And I looked, the minute I turned my eyes, I see one flag. I duck down, I grab my gun, I go, and like immediately, I see movement. So I grab my binos, and I look, and it's like 200 yards, and I see his legs. And the wind was wrong, that's what it was.
Damn it.
I said, no,
Even in the best conditions, it's a deer. Rough from earlier in the season.
Lanny,
I've been driving around.
you awake?
Quite a bit. No. I've only seen 2 other people in here, which is surprising.
Lanny's got an early morning
Almost
tomorrow.
10 o'clock right now. I've seen quite a few deer traps, but nothing that I love. I'm gonna give it a little bit. I've marked a couple other ones, but I'll come back.
Help as well.
Looking at the dogs, and also turns around and makes eye contact with us.
He jumped up out of there and I fired at him and running. Went off that time. We didn't get it.
What do you think, Lanny?
I like my shirt leg.
I like it. I was just gonna say, where do I get one?
Yeah, tell us about that shirt.
Stagger sent it to me.
Nothing on the back?
Dead deer.
Oh, no, that was the one last night.
Yeah.
What'd that one last night say?
Making bucks famous.
Yeah.
I think that's done too.
You ready? You got rain gear?
I got rain gear, but if it stays like this, I might just wear the stagger jacket.
Yeah, that's all I'm wearing. Just my stagger jacket.
I got rain pants on, but
Yeah. Probably wish I had them later.
yeah.
I got woolies and stagger jacket and a wool shirt.
Get a couple layers of different woolies.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, we might luck out. It might get snow tomorrow.
we're down
and
here in the
Wednesday.
Berkshires and we got wet snow today. Today's a killing day.
Good luck.
Yep. Good luck, Neil.
Thanks. All right, just headed out of camp, and yeah, I'm gonna go see if we can make something happen. It's go time. Well, we're out looking for a track. Oh yeah. Some old tracks. More up here. Some running tracks. Some other tracks. There's some deer here. All right, just getting to be daylight here. We got a couple minutes before legal time. Driving in on this road, hopefully trying to find a fresh track, or as Ricky calls it, the magic track.
She is glare ice this morning. I mean, this guy slid right off the road. Got a note in his windshield. I'm all studded up, so there's no problem. Let's look at this big truck right here.
see what he looks like. Oh yeah, that's a dandy right there. Went down in that side.
All right, well, I just parked at my spot. I drove in past the last truck, kept on going. Nobody's been up in here so far on this road. Just parked, and then Ricky actually called me. He's probably, I don't know, maybe 2 miles like north of here in the same piece of woods. He was gonna go somewhere else, but we just happened to end up at the same chunk of woods. So he said there's 2 slammers up north. One of them's fresh. The bigger one isn't as fresh, and he's headed in on those. Said he saw like 4 or 5 trucks off the road. They were spun sideways in a hill, and he kept charging right by him with his rig. But yeah, so I'm headed in. I'm gonna start headed north towards Rick. He's coming south towards me, and there's some bucks in between us. So fingers crossed, we're gonna make something happen. All right, well, just getting out of my truck, getting ready to go do it. Old buck track here, going that direction it looks like. It's go time. It's go time. Old foundation there. Let's go see what we can find. I don't like this. This buck track been following is walking right along the edge of these posted signs. You see it goes right down along the edge. Doesn't look like it's very big on onX. It's just a small piece. But figures. All the woods out here. Nice buck track. It's going right along the edge.
All right, so here we are in Mass, and we just come onto a slammer of a buck track here. So we just got on him. We're gonna see if we can catch up with him here today. Got my Woodman arms. It's the only gun I trust on a wet day like today. She's pouring rain. So we're gonna sort this track out. We'll go in there with a muzzle loader and see if we can get a crack at him here.
Fresh tracks here. These are fresh tracks. One that might be a buck, but don't look that big. I don't know, that one could be decent. Looks like does though. Shed his hair, that's why he's bleeding. Looks like some blood in the snow.
So we're on this real big buck right here. Down here in the Berkshires, I found this track in the pouring rain. Got my muzzle load of my Woodman arms. He's been chasing this doe. He went back across the road after I got on his track. So we're back on the other side now. See if we can get a look at him here.
buck. I would have just shot. I saw that buck. I saw a track. But it was too close to the house. God damn it. Sucks. Oh, I just saw the buck.
Hanging around here. Maybe that's the one I just see that dropped his horns. I don't know. We just caught up with a buck and he had no horns on his head. I watched him walk off there and you could see the pedicles, red spots on his head. So we left that track and making a big circle here to go look for another one. Hopefully we find one with some horns on his head.
Time for a little sandwich break. So, yeah, I just stopped. So I circled back because I jumped these deer behind these houses and I couldn't shoot because it was too close. And there was one nice buck, had a wide rack on it. And then there was 3 other deer. So I started following that one track. And then I just came back because there was one big track that was sticking out in my mind. And when I looped back on it, it was actually one that I had left this morning to follow what I thought was a fresher version of it, headed down, and it was. These 3 other deer were bedded. And so there's a nice track here, this side.
Pouring rain, soaked to the bone, but I love it. This is what I live for right here, days like this. I like being in the woods when the weather's really bad, either rain or snow. I like being just in the woods looking for a buck track.
This buck goes that way, I was going that way. Holy shit. The safety came off. And there was a branch that stuck up. I thought it was a rack. I almost just touched it off. Oh, man. Good thing I didn't, because he goes this complete wrong opposite direction. Complete 93 turn.
Soaking wet. Gear's all soaking wet. I'm soaking wet. Chased them bucks around. I caught up with both of them, and both of them had no horns. Both of them dropped their horns. Yeah, I saw like 8 deer total. Both those bucks, so no horns on their head. That's the way she goes hunting the end of December down here in Massachusetts. Last time I hunted here, same thing happened to me. I caught up with a buck and he had no horns on his head the second day. So, well, maybe we'll go find another one. See if he's got horns on his head.
I can't really see the bottom. I think I can make it across right there. Put the rocks on. All right. Okay, we're back on it. Made it across the brook.
We'll go. I know where there's another track I saw this morning, so maybe we'll go try him. I need to get dried out a little bit. Have something to eat. Get my energy back here.
couple of beds. I'm hoping to come to another bed where he laid down, got up fresh. Still 4, 5, 6 hours behind him right now. I mean, it's made this morning, but it's, 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. We gotta freshen him up. But that's a real big buck. This is one of them bucks you wanna stay right on till dark. It gives you the adrenaline, makes your heart beat.
Still on that buck. I just came out, just crossed this field, talked to a lady right there in that house, and that lady in that house gave me permission to cut across her field. Well, this battery's about to die. I think I'm out of juice.
Goes the skid trail about 50 yards and he takes a left and he walks into this wall of jail bars, just shit. And he turns around, comes back out into the tow road, goes 10 yards, goes back into the jail bars again, turns around and comes back. And I'm like, he wants to go, right? Like he's right here. The third time he goes in, he disappears into this thicket. And I just get down and I'm looking. I look over and there's a fir tree this big. And he lays down underneath the fir tree. And he goes, and he had big heavy horns. Not wide, but big heavy horns. And I'm like, sorry, buddy. I was 15 feet away.
Holy
Boom.
shit.
Smacked him.
You want to grab your popcorn for this one.
Here we go.
Hi, I'm ready.
All right, so I go on this hunt, and I get
Bobcat hunt.
So I get this outfitter in northern Wisconsin, and I ask him about lodging. He says, I don't have lodging, but I got a guy who's got a house for rent. You can rent his house. I'm like, oh, okay. So the guy's a bartender. So we go up to this bar, and he texts me the address. And then I asked the bartender about paying for the place, and he says, just pay me what you think it's worth when it's over. Just come pay me, when you leave.
Funny.
I'm like, okay. So I go to this place. I go in there. Doors unlocked. Go in there and throw my crap around. And I go up to the bedroom, and the bed's all messed up, and there's a purse laying on the table next to the bed. And I'm like, what the hell? So I go downstairs, I put my groceries in the fridge and stuff, and I'm looking, and there's money laying on the counter. Like a couple 5s and a 10, some singles and stuff. Who does that, And I look in the refrigerator, it's got all these family portraits and stuff, and I'm like, just crazy, but. So I go crash on the couch. Get up in the morning, go off on my hunt, come back at the end of the day, a bunch of my food's opened up and eaten, there's dirty dishes in the sink, and there's a hot pot of coffee going, half drinking, and my AR is off the table, leaning against the wall, and
They played with this gun.
and I'm like, what the hell, So I go back out on, and I come back that night, and while I'm sleeping, somebody who's walking in turns the lights on, like looks at me, turns the lights off, and goes upstairs and goes to bed. And I'm like, this is just weird, So finally, I get my cat, and I gotta go down to this bar. I gotta pay this guy out, So I go down there and I says, well, how much do I owe you? What do you want? And he's like, you didn't stay here. And I'm like, yeah, I did. I stayed 4 nights. And he says, right there. And he points out the window at this building, this cabin. And he goes, there's no snow, there's no tracks in the snow or nothing. Oh, that's not where I stayed. And I show him the address on the text. And he goes, you got the first and last number mixed up. He goes, that ain't my place.
No.
Whose is it? He goes, I got no idea. So then all my stuff is still in that cabin. So I'm like in a panic. And I run over to the cabin, and now there's a truck parked there. So I go and I knock on the door, nobody answers. I open the door and there's somebody in the shower. So I just ran in there, grabbed all my crap, threw it in the truck and took off.
No. That's funny as shit. If that was you, please dial 1-800.
The guy was a hunter, he had mounts in there. So maybe you'll watch.
This is a huge prize. Come on, everybody, give it up.
That's the 100 legends.
473229. Hang on a second. It checks out, and he says he's losing his mind. What does this mean to you?
This is everything. I've been looking to find someone to teach me how to get ahead and try to find those big bucks, and now here we are. This is amazing.